You want to do low carb. You want to get in shape. You want to look great. You need help. You need a coach. Book a consult with Vinny. All right? Vinny is the best coach out there for NSNG, for low carb. You want to run a 5K. You want to get in shape. You want fitness goals. You got them. Talk to Vinny Tortorich. Go to vinnytortorich.com. Book a consult with Vinny. Click the banner. You can book that consult with him and have it almost as soon as the next day. Who wouldn't want to do that? Best coach on the planet.
Thanks for listening to Vinny Tortorich on NSNG Lifestyle Audio. Welcome to Fitness Confidential One-on-One. Vinny Tortorich, founder of NSNG, goes long form with top luminaries in the field of health and fitness.
Yeah, I am Vinny Tortorich, folks. Your good intentions have been stolen, but don't worry. I'm here to help you get them back. You may be soft and succulent at the beginning of this process, but hang in there. Before long, you will be lean and mean, guaranteed. Yeah, the bitch is back.
I was justified when I was 5. Raising Cain, I spit in your eye. Times are changing, now the poor get fat. But the fever's gonna catch you when the bitch gets back.
Oh, God. Welcome to the Friday show. This is going to be a different type of Friday show. Way different because I have two very, very important announcements to make today. And the person who's here to help me make those announcements are none other than the beautiful Miss Serena Scott Thomas. Yeah.
I think I might hate you.
Why? Because of my music choice?
Yes. What the fuck?
Well, honey, I know in England you guys can use the C word and all that kind of stuff. Like,
well, be thankful I didn't.
If you get like a paper cut, you guys get, oh, cut, or something like that. How does that work? Because we can't say that in America.
Well, it's just the accent.
Oh. So the accent allows you to get away with everything.
Correct.
Okay, good. So, folks, Serena has graced us with her presence today. And look, if you're looking for any kind of health advice today, you're not going to get it. Not going to happen because we're talking about other stuff. And this is for true fans of the show, people who have been around forever. And we're going to be talking about that. A lot of people have been asking me on the X, formerly known as, I hate when people do that, hon.
What?
They go X, formerly known as Twitter. I think we got it now, right? That's when you can say something like, yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah, right, Vinny. You're so fabulous.
Oh, God. It's going to be that kind of show?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so, yeah. People have been asking me on X, when is Serena coming out on Days of Our Lives? And that day is today, the 19th of July, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I guess where I want to start is where you started. How did you become an actress? What was the impetus? What happens? You're living out near Sherborne in the middle of nowhere in a village that has one pub and, for what I could tell, one cow and one jackass, because I saw them all. When I say jackass, I do mean a burro. I'm not talking about the local idiot at the pub. But I was at some nativity scene, or they were doing some kind of Christmas thing, and someone showed up with a cow.
Of course.
And the jackass, and I'm sitting there going, I'm living in a Dickens novel.
Most of us call the creature that's at the manger a donkey darling.
A donkey darling.
A donkey darling.
Okay. So, all right. You grew up in that kind of environment.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful village in the country in England.
How do you go from that place to becoming an actor? Because, look, there are a lot of kids out there. Some parents listening to the show going, God, I hope my kid never becomes an actor, because they're going to have to move away and go somewhere and have a lot of disappointment and on and on and on.
Yeah.
How does that work? What happened in your life? How did you end up there?
Do you want the short story or the long story?
We got time.
Well, I have an audition at 3:15, so we don't actually have that much time.
Well, we got some time.
Okay. Well, okay. So I had told everyone, I think I'd seen L.A. Law or something, and I liked the clothes. And I told everyone that I wanted to be a lawyer. Oh, I think I'd played, what's his name?
Corbin Burnson? You played Corbin Burnson?
No. Who's the lawyer in that, The Merchant of Venice? What's his name? Anyway.
Everyone's screaming at us right now.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I know. I can't remember having a brain fart. Anyway, so I'd done that at school and sort of felt quite good arguing. Well, I was always quite good at arguing, actually.
You don't say.
I was made head of the debating society at school.
Really?
Shocking.
That's how we ended up with 2 dogs and 2 cats. But go on.
Yeah, well, that's how I ended up with you. Anyway, so I thought I wanted to be a lawyer, and the truth is that when I graduated from high school with a place to go and study international law, they gave me some books to read, and I read one page of one book and thought, oh, God, this is so not me, because it was boring. And well, it's a very long story, but basically I left England and I went to this island in the middle of the Mediterranean called Ibiza, which was where all the hippies and crazy people went in the 1960s. And at that time, it was a real scene of these incredible discotheques that used to stay open all night long. And it was the beginning of a whole world. It's now become horribly touristy, so I wouldn't recommend it. But I lived there for a bit, and various people have come up to me and said, oh, you should be a model, you should be a model. And I'd always kind of, well, secretly wanted to, like every young girl does. But I'd always kind of shied away from it. And then I ended up, I got stuck in Barcelona on my way to Paris with no money. My boyfriend and I ran out of money.
Wait, you got to keep that mic right in front of you, hon.
My boyfriend.
And by the way,
out of money.
is it Porsche or Portia?
Porsche.
Porsche.
That's right. Yeah.
Merchant of Venice. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you looked that up.
I did.
You're such a cheat.
That's not cheating, honey. That's called producing on the fly.
Oh, okay, good.
Yes.
Anyway, so where was I? You interrupted
You were
me.
talking about you were in Ibiza. And,
so I ran out of money in Barcelona, and basically I started modeling, and I did an awful lot of TV commercials. I went to Paris, I stayed there for a few years, and then I went back to London.
How old are you at this point?
20. When I went back to London, I was 24.
So
and I'd had a very
when did
good
you
modeling
start
career.
modeling and all that?
I started at 19, and I pretty much stopped when I was about 29. I was very lucky.
You went long.
I did.
Yeah.
But during that career, I did a lot of television commercials, like tons. And I eventually worked with a director with whom I became friends, him and his lovely wife. And they were like, Serena, what are you doing? You should be an actress. And I'm like, my sister's an actress. I don't want to kind of, tread on her toes. And, but every time I'd go and see them, they would just sort of, what have you done about it? Have you got an agent yet? Have you gone to classes? And they just encouraged me until I did it. And it wasn't long before I started working, and that's how I became an actress. Now,
you versus Kristen. All right, so her first movie wasn't a big deal, but then she did Four Weddings. Four Weddings was the second movie,
she
right?
She did Under the Cherry Moon, that Prince movie. The artist formerly known as Prince.
Yeah. Kind of like X.
Yeah.
You see what she did there, folks? That's called a callback.
What?
Okay, a callback in comedy when you go back. Never mind. You see.
Oh, I refer back.
You refer back, yeah.
See how I did that?
Yeah.
Natural.
So, Kristen did Under the Cherry Moon what year?
Oh, God, I don't know.
Okay, but this is years later.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So.
Well, she actually was working a lot before she did Four Weddings and a Funeral.
Right. But America found out who she was really in Four Weddings and a Funeral.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So, did you come along after that when you decided to break into acting, or
no? Because I was already acting when that film came out. Because I remember going to the premiere and my agent was there and he patted me on the bum. Cancelled.
Yeah.
And told me it was smushy. So
Really?
rude.
Bastard.
Rude.
Yeah. Okay, so that's all coming about. You're getting jobs. Now, it's funny. People have asked me, it's like, do you see everything Serena's ever done? And the answer is no, because you did so much in Europe. I remember one night I was watching something, and on television, it's like, I'm going to tell you the scene. I don't think I've ever told you this. I'm watching someone, I was like, wait a minute. That
Was I
actress. No, you weren't. I said, that actress is one of the rare scenes where they allowed you to wear actual clothes.
Shut up.
You're walking in. And
Not true, everybody.
Folks, we've never talked about this. So you're walking along, and I'm like, she looks familiar. And I'm looking, and then there's like a car following you,
I know
and you're
exactly
like
what that
a
was.
streetwalker or something.
No, I wasn't a streetwalker. Yeah, I know exactly what that
But
was.
you're walking, and some guy gives you kind of a cat call from a car, and you turn to the car and you go, fuck off. And I went, oh, wait. And then it just.
The line was bugger off.
Whatever it was, I snapped into focus.
Oh, my God, it's Serena swearing at someone.
Yeah.
Swearing at a man.
It's a young Serena.
unusual.
And she's not acting. I hear that every day in the house. Right? So, was that a movie or a TV show?
It was a
What
television show. It was a Rick Mail. He was a wonderful comedian in England. He used to do a lot with Dawn French and Jennifer Saunders and Lenny Hill and all those people. And not Lenny Hill. What was his name? Oh, God, my brain today. I clearly haven't had enough coffee. Anyway, it was just a little thing. I can't even remember what it was called now, but I think it was maybe Claire de Lune or something like. No, I don't know. Anyway, it was fun. It was great fun.
Yeah, and because whenever people talk about your career in England, they always talk about the Lady Di thing. You were the first Lady Di. Weren't you the
second or third?
Okay, you can go with it though.
And that's true.
All right, so
Sorry,
Lady
terminally
Di.
honest.
All right, this is going to sound weird when it comes out of my mouth, but Lady Di was still alive.
Princess Diana.
Princess Diana, when you played Princess Diana.
Correct.
And that was some hubbub around that, right? Was that your first big break?
No, my first big break came just before that, which is a lovely television miniseries, I suppose you'd call it, called Harnessing Peacocks.
Which I've never seen.
Where I played a very sort of proper prostitute.
I've seen pictures of you on the internet from that where you have a big floppy hat on.
That's the naked shot with the hat. Now they're all going to go and look it up.
Serena, trust me, they've all gone and looked it up. When every human being puts in actors, they put in Serena Scott Thomas nude, and they're going to see your boob. Sorry. And your squishy bum.
Why did I agree to this?
That's the world we live in. You don't think Kurt Lapierre was there, his fingers going a million miles a minute going, squishy bum, gotta find squishy bum. That's what people do.
Do I have a squishy bum now?
No, it's nice and hard. All right, so Harnessing Peacocks, is that something I would like? Should I watch it?
I think you would, actually.
I will put it on my list
good.
in between Hallmark movies.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's very dated now, but it's an adaptation of a Mary Wesley novel.
Oh, I like those. I watch, a lot of...
probably it's sort of Nicholas Sparks-esque, but...
And I love Nicholas
English,
Sparks.
Therefore better.
Yeah. Look, a lot of, people, you goof on me about Hallmark, but they take from Jane Austen, they take from Nicholas Sparks,
I know.
they take from...
Well, they're formulas.
It's just...
Formulae.
It's formulaic. And they just do that. I will put that on my list, and I will start tonight. Can I watch it like on something?
Oh, God, I don't know.
It's got to be somewhere, right?
Maybe.
I will be watching Harnessing Peacocks.
Sounds bad, doesn't it?
How do you say it? Peacock.
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 Okay, moving on. TikTok.
Okay. All right. So
Formerly known as.
Still known as. All right. So sorry, folks, but when you're with someone for 18 years?
17 years.
17 years. This is what happens. So your career takes off there. You do Lady Di. You get some negative press, which all
lots.
press. What caused the negative press?
Well, a couple of things. Number one, in those days, doing television as an actor was considered very sort of, not done, especially if you wanted to do film or theatre.
Right.
Then the other thing was that it was about the royal family, and in those days we knew nothing about the personal lives of the royal family. It was completely taboo.
Right.
And then there was this book that Princess Diana, collaborated on with this writer, Andrew Morton, called Diana, Her True Story. In fact, he recently, well, actually after he died, he wrote another book, which I haven't read. But this was about how unhappy she was in her marriage and the sort of omnipresent Camilla Parker Bowles, who Charles was clearly madly in love with. And so, it was about her and her struggles with that. And of course, it wasn't done to talk about any kind of weakness or vulnerability within the royal family. So, the paparazzi were literally hiding in the bushes with massive long lenses on their cameras to try and get shots of us filming. It was quite funny, actually.
Well, as you know, I have a friend, Jill, who knew or who does know Camilla. And she showed me photos. Oh, here's me and Camilla. We were all young together and hanging out. And she would always tell me, she is the true love. You sit there and you go, is it really?
No, I think my personal feeling is that I love Princess Diana. I thought she was an incredible human being. Clearly, she had her demons. Clearly, she was a very young girl put in an incredibly difficult situation. I would rather stick needles in my eyes than do that.
Right.
And that Charles and Camilla should have been together all along. They loved each other.
Yeah.
They love each other. It's wonderful to see. And they should have been together all along. But, protocol and all that.
Yeah, it is upsetting, when you think about it, because she was doing so much, all the things.
Most people in Western society get to marry whom they want, except me.
Wait a minute. You didn't get to marry who you want, or you? Hang
Still
on.
waiting 17 years.
Okay, hang on. We'll get to that in a minute. At what point, because I've always said, you watch a lot of BritBox, this and that and the whole thing.
Love it.
We have a VPN just so that Serena can watch
Love Island,
Love
baby.
Island from England and the whole thing. And I've often said that there are 5 working actors in England on television. They just put them in everything, right? You see the same people working over and over. You could have easily had that career. You had that career going on.
Yep.
And you decide to come to America.
Well, I'd done a lot of television. I mean, the Princess Diana thing was for America. It was NBC. And then I did another 2 pilots for American television. CBS, offered me an exclusive contract. It was all kind of different things going on. It seemed like the obvious thing to do.
Yeah. So you break out of England, you come here, and your career is going well when you get here.
Mm-hmm. Really well.
And then you decide to get married to boom, 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 Scott.
Yeah.
By the way, Scott's a great guy, as you know.
He's family. We love Scott.
It's family. I feel like the 3 of us raised a daughter. I came in when Tallulah was 10 or 11, but it's Scott's a great guy. As a matter of fact, I'm going to see Scott in a few days. I'm staying at Scott's house. But you marry Scott. Mm-hmm. You decide, God forbid, in Hollywood to go off and have a kid.
Correct.
And take a break from acting for a few minutes. And what happens at that point?
Dun, dun, dun. The word Titanic springs to mind. I kind of trundled along, or as my mother said to me, bumped along the bottom.
She's dead now, and you still won't let that go.
Years of therapy later.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, come on. It's like, yes, I suppose you have been bumping along the bottom. But it's kind of true. No, it wasn't really. The thing is that when you live in Hollywood, you realize how many actors there are who are just struggling, grafting, scraping and, working here and there and everything to be actors. And many of them are extremely talented. I was talking about this with Kristen this morning, Hollywood is not exactly a good barometer of talent.
No.
Or art.
No. I mean,
no offense, Hollywood.
No, it should be offense, Hollywood, because especially now when anyone, we were talking last week about the Huck to girl. The girl says Huck to on Instagram, and she's the biggest star in the world for 5 minutes until someone else comes along.
Oh God! Let's not spend time talking about that. It's too annoying.
I'm just
We've got
saying
much more important things.
that's where we are. You can look at your watch. I'm watching the time. You don't have to worry.
No, I do because I don't trust you.
Yeah, no, you can trust me. I do all of this.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
I have no idea.
I don't have any
but
idea.
I got
either.
numbers over here. I got numbers up there. My eyes are always on them. That's the way it works.
I actually, honey, honestly, I mean, I'm taking the piss out of you, but seriously, I think it's amazing what you do.
I don't know if you can call it amazing, but it's,
I do.
It's a job. As a matter of fact, I got to remember to go back in the podcast before this and wedge in a Villa Capelli ad, which I forgot to do because I was having such a great time talking to that guy. But I won't forget about it in this show. Villa Capelli is the longest running sponsor of this show. Villa Capelli. Listen, Serena will tell you, I demand Villa Capelli in my salad. If you want me to eat a salad, tell them the things that have to be in it, Serena. For me to actually eat leaves.
Well, numero uno, Villa Capelli olive oil. And actually, very sadly, I am not kidding. It's true. He's so demanding. Malden salt, pine nuts, finocchio, fennel.
Finocchio, yes.
And mozzarella? Avocados.
Avocados.
That's right.
Yeah, if you want me to eat salad, there's got to be a certain amount of fat in it. One of those fats is Villa Capelli. And yes, I like the finocchio is not a deal breaker, but the pine nuts may be.
Pine nuts are delicious.
I got to have the toasted pine nuts in there. I love those.
Yum.
But Villa Capelli, Serena will tell you, I will not have a salad if it's not made with Villa Capelli. We don't make a dressing out of it, right? Villa Capelli is the dressing along with salt. And that's it.
And fresh herbs. So I put herbs.
Yeah.
I put almost always put cilantro and basil.
Yeah. So there you have it, folks. Villa Capelli. Listen, good real olive oil is not cheap. Villa Capelli is the least expensive olive oil on the planet. If you get a 3-liter tin, you're right at about $100. But here's the deal: if you spend $125 after the Vinny discount, you will get free shipping. So there's 2 ways to save. Number one, you want to get the 10% off by putting in promo code Vinny, V-I-N-N-I-E, no wimpy Y, just V-I-N-N-I-E, and you want to spend about $140. So when you take the 10% away, you're still at $126, and Stephen Crutchfield will ship it to your house for free. Villa Capelli, 2 ways to save. Promo code Vinny, V-I-N-N-I-E. We are talking to the beautiful Serena Scott Thomas today. We are taking a break from health and fitness and everything else. It was midsummer. The reason I've been asking her about her acting careers, if I didn't know anything about it, is because you're coming back to the small screen today.
Correct.
And you're coming back to what my mom and Rosalie called my mom's best friend, who helped take care of us because my parents had to work, called her stories. In the South, they call them stories.
A lot of people call it that, yeah.
And this is one of the oldest stories there is. It's called Days of Our Lives. Serena, you were, let me brag on you for just a second, and tell me if I'm getting any part of this wrong. When you auditioned for it, they offered you a contract of 20 episodes over 13 weeks. So they had to guarantee you 20 episodes, but you ended up doing way more than 20 episodes, correct?
Yeah, I think it was 32, something like that.
Okay. So basically what they're telling you is if we hate you, we can keep you for 5 or 6 or 7 episodes. We got to pay you for 20.
Correct.
So it behooves them, since they're paying you, to at least somehow limp you along for 20.
Correct.
But the fact that they kept you on for way more than that shows that someone was loving you around there. I'm guessing the writers were enjoying writing for your character.
Well, based on the writing, I would certainly say they were, because it was fantastic.
Okay, who do you play in?
I'm not allowed to say. No,
but it comes out today. It comes out today.
I
so
am
you
allowed
can
to say. Well, no, I can't tell you the plot.
No plot, but you can tell us the
what
character.
I get up to. I play Xander's mom.
Okay.
Who materializes after a long estrangement from Zander.
Is Zander a man or a woman?
Alexander.
Oh, Zander, a man, Alexander.
Yeah. Yes.
But they call him Zander in the show?
Yes.
Okay.
Or probably Xander.
Xander in America, but Zander where you're from?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Actually, no, they call him Xander in the show.
So you just appeared. So apparently before you came on, they were probably talking about you as, like Zonder's mom, right?
Don't know. Pass. Give me
Kinda
one
like
on Sport and Leisure.
Kind of like Stifler's mom. They talked about it long before you saw Jennifer
to be
Coolidge.
Stifler's mom.
We actually know someone.
No.
We won't say his name.
La 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 la.
Okay, I won't say it. But we're both big Jennifer Coolidge fans. So you were probably talked about in episodes before that. So they're probably talking about you up until today, but now you show up.
Mm-hmm, correct.
Okay. Do you play British or do you play American?
Absolutely British.
Okay, so you keep your accent. Do you put on more of an accent? Because according to your siblings and according to me, when you go home, you become much more British. Or I know when you're talking to Sammy or Ben or Kristen because it's like I hear it from out here. It's like, oh, she's talking to a sibling because you become way more British.
I know. Can't help it.
Can
I'm
you
a
hear
parrot.
it or?
No, I do hear it. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I just said that like that.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm gone very British all of a sudden.
Yeah. So on the show, do you British it up a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. So you become more British. And then you just pop on the scene and Zonda goes, Mom, what are you doing here?
I'm not saying.
But you just show up and it's
You
like.
have to watch.
Dun, dun, dun. Do they do that?
To watch.
Okay. But today you can watch. Now, how can people watch?
It's on Peacock streaming. One of my friends said they can get it on Hulu, but I think that's to do with your Disney package or something like that. I don't know.
Package.
Oh, I was going to do that, but I just no, really today, can we not go there?
Yeah, no, we have to because that's where we go. So you're back on the small screen again for the first time in years, and people have asked me, it's like, wait, you guys moved to Central Virginia. Does Serena act anymore? And it's like, yeah, she acts like she loves me. I mean, so that's an acting job. She acts like she cares about me, and that's an acting job. But you audition all the time because auditioning changed at some point, right?
Yeah, actually, just before COVID, we were very often doing what they call self-tapes, where you would have to put yourself on tape. And it was easy in LA because I'd just go to these little studios, pay them $50 or whatever, and they'd put me on tape and make it all look pretty. Then COVID, and so everyone had to do it in the sitting room.
That's when it wasn't pretty. That was you yelling at me.
We always had a fight every time.
Every single time.
So stressful. So now I've refused to do them anymore.
Yeah.
I will only do ones that are Zoom meetings, which is what I'm doing this afternoon in precisely 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Actually, 29.
Yeah, we'll get you out. Don't worry. I got my eye on it.
Well, we got to set up the lights.
Serena, got my eye on things. Okay. So you're coming back to the small screen. People can see you today. Might I suggest that you start tweeting? Maybe I can, or Xing.
On X?
On X. And you do have an Instagram account, right?
I do, but yeah, I know.
You need to start doing
I
I know. Don't, you see, everyone does that, but you see what I go through every day putting up an Instagram.
Yes, that's why I don't want to do it.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, but people would actually pay attention to you because you're good looking.
Or should I dance around the kitchen like those chicks?
Do the thing where you jump and when you come down, you're in a different outfit. It's like magic.
I haven't seen that.
No, they do. They're like dancing like this, old women, and then they do a jump.
Whoa.
Oh, you got to see it. They do a jump.
Whoa.
Your sister-in-law does it. What are you saying?
Well, you said old women.
Serena, we're not young. Who are we kidding?
I'm 26.
But you see women of all ages, and then they do a hop, and when they come down, they're in a different,
wearing a different outfit. That's hysterical.
Outfit. Yeah, and it's like watching I Dream of Jeannie, where she's there and then she's gone.
Quick change.
Yeah,
hilarious.
So yeah, you should do that because I see people that you were modeling with, like what's her name that was married to Rick Ocasek, Paulina Paraskova. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see hers all the time. And she's like...
Yeah, there was a little bit of a difference between her career and my career. She was a supermodel.
Right.
She was one of the first of the supermodels, actually.
She was, really.
Yeah.
And by the way, you got her beat in looks. Way beat.
Oh,
Way beat.
bless. What are you
Yeah.
after?
You know. The usual.
God.
The usual.
I walked into that one, didn't I?
I'm simple. Okay.
Okay, let's move on. Change of
All right.
subject.
So I said we had two things to discuss, and that was one. And this will be a shorter show. We're not going to go the whole hour because of the aforementioned audition for Serena. But we've been lying about something for years. Or I've been lying about something.
No, I've been lying to
Yeah,
you.
yeah, we do it because it's just simpler when we do it.
And a touch more dignified.
Yeah, well, your mom, God rest her soul, used to call me her son-in-law.
It's pretty good, that, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know where she got that from, but it was very
She had
good.
a few zingers.
She did.
Yeah, Deb had a few zingers. But she called me her son-in-law because we said we were married, but we don't actually have a contract to say we were married. Mm-mm. And do we have a contract today that says we're married? But we do have a license, which means that we're taping this on the 11th. And I do not like this as a wedding day, but we're getting married tomorrow on the 12th.
Yep.
And none of you are invited. No one.
You'd all be invited if I had my
Yeah,
way.
but her daughter's flying down from New York to Tallulah to be a
Correct.
witness.
Yep.
And we will actually be getting married for real.
But here's the thing, darling. You haven't asked me yet.
I did.
No, you... Oh, no, you haven't.
You want me to ask you right here?
I would like you to go down on one knee.
I'm not doing the one knee
Oh,
thing.
come on. Why
I
not?
may never
What,
come
you
up.
too proud?
Number one, you would see the top of my head. It wouldn't be the best.
Honey, I see the top of your head all the time because you're shrinking and I'm taller than you.
Serena, I personally, you were going to be in that chair to put you lower than me. I went upstairs and got this chair just so that we could, and you're going to sit here and say I'm taller than you?
Look, everybody, look.
Oh yeah, I could do that too. Look, everyone, look. Oh, you might just keep standing up until
All
they're
right,
looking
just
at my
look,
cock and your
dude.
midsection?
Oh,
I mean,
please.
we
Oh,
could
good
keep
Lord.
doing that.
Did you have to spoil
Oh, you
a
caused it.
potentially, and I say potentially, romantic moment between us in front of the whole world?
Okay, so you want a romantic moment?
I do, actually. Yes, please.
Okay. Let me get that whole cock thing out.
Oh, God. You know, every time I see your mother, she goes, Serena, I don't know how you do it. She says, you are a saint. And I used to wonder what she meant. Not anymore.
She doesn't know what she's talking about.
Oh,
Okay.
I think she does.
I don't think she does.
I think most people watching this would agree.
Okay, so be quiet. Let me propose to you.
I'm going to cry.
Are you really?
That'll laugh.
But, you know, I gave you a ring how many years ago? 10 years?
Oh, no, I don't think it was that long, but a long time.
A long time. And I call it the hush puppy.
Oh, God, I hate you so much. Listen, you be careful or I'll say no.
You want to start over again?
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
Be nice for 5 seconds.
But I did call you to all my friends. Oh, it's the hush puppy. That's wrong, isn't
You
it?
know, why did you tell me that? You just ruined everything.
No, I didn't. We're getting
Look,
married
frickin'
tomorrow.
hurry up because I am going to change my mind.
Okay, honey.
You're like a child, aren't you? You're just, it's
I am.
late, you're tired, and you're beginning to show off.
Don't make me laugh. I'm trying to be serious. Okay.
I'm serious. Are you serious?
I'm sorry. I can't look at you because I'm going to laugh.
Oh, I don't know what's going on. I'm just looking at this beautiful scenery, enjoying this delicious dinner.
I wish I had like some champagne where you had the ring.
Why? No.
and
Just
everything.
go
All
work
right,
with me
all right.
here, okay? So, darling, what a lovely evening we're having.
Yeah.
How's your food?
Listen, honey, we've been dating for a
Mine's
long
delicious.
time.
Do you want a taste?
No, I'm
Yeah,
good.
well-
I don't like.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
17 years.
It doesn't
my
have
God.
Pinocchio in it.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
this is so good. Oh.
Anyway,
I think I need a bit more salt though. Here.
no, yeah, maybe some salt. Speaking of salt has been around for eternity. And speaking of eternity,
You eat a lot of salt, don't you?
yeah, I do eat a lot of salt.
Ridiculous.
And Some people get bloated, but I don't want to bloviate.
You sure you don't want to try this?
No, I'm good. What I want to tell
that's a
you.
very unsexy word.
Yes, we won't have dessert. Maybe we'll think about dessert.
Shall we?
You want dessert?
Yeah, should we go off the reservation?
Yeah, let's go. You know what? Let's have sugars and grains. How about a souffle? That's 20 minutes. We would have
I don't
to
know.
wait for
I
the
like
20.
cheesecake. Anyway,
Speaking of cheesecake,
we'll get back to you.
Listen, honey, it's been a long time, and
Tell me about
I
it.
can't imagine why you've put up with me for so long.
I know.
But I just started to realize that no one else will put up with me. And
Finally.
And by the way, we met in front of a Starbucks, and that was 17 years ago.
Isn't it funny that you ended up starting a coffee company?
Yeah, it is. But what I'm trying to tell
I
you,
hated you when I first met you.
I know you did.
I quite like you now.
Yeah. But when did you start liking me?
On the chairlift.
Was it the chairlift? Mic in front of your mouth.
On the chairlift.
Was it on the chairlift, or was it when we were messing around at the foot of
No, that was
Mount Whitney?
embarrassing.
Mount Whitney?
No, it was embarrassing. You're just trying to make that because you're going up Mount Whitney.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull two things together.
No.
You started liking. Wait, you started
It was
liking.
in Mammoth. So can we go with Mammoth?
Yeah, we could go with Mammoth, but I'm confused now. I thought you didn't start liking me until we were in Lone Pine and we were messing around, taking pictures.
Yeah, maybe, kinda.
Did you start liking me before that?
Wait, Tallulah's calling me.
You want to pick it up? Pick it up. Well, I'll never get this proposal out. What?
What?
What I meant to say was I'm proposing that we have souffle.
Oh, Tallulah, you're on the podcast right now.
Tallulah, would you like to be on the podcast?
On the podcast right now?
Yeah, we're on
Hang
the
on.
podcast.
Let's bring Tallulah in. Hang on. All right, Tallulah, all right, let's see if she picked up. Tallulah, say something.
Testing 1, 2.
All right, so I need you to just turn your mic up a little bit.
Okay, just know, Tallulah, I can't hear you.
She can't hear you, but I can hear you.
Fun.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right.
Your timing is perfect, my
Pretend,
darling
like
girl.
pretend like I've said something really outlandish to you, Vinny.
Ooh, yeah. She said, pretend that I just said something really outlandish. Okay. All right, so Tallulah, you can hear this, right?
Yeah.
It's odd that you called right now.
It is a bit spooky.
Yeah. And I don't know why I can't turn you up louder, but that's as loud as... Here we
There
go.
you go.
Say
I'll
something.
speak louder.
There
There
it is. There it is.
You're so beautiful, my darling girl.
So we're telling the whole
You can't
world...
see me.
So we're telling the whole world that we announced your mom's coming back onto the small screen, and I was just getting ready to say something to her, and I'm glad that you called.
Okay, weird.
So Serena,
God, I'm starting to feel really nervous now.
yeah, we met 17 years ago, and in front of a Starbucks, and then Tallulah told Maddie on the ski slopes that you didn't even like me.
Oops.
Yep.
In my defense, I was 10.
Oh, yeah. That was bad. That was
You weren't very
really
old,
bad.
but you were really cute in your snow outfit back in those
Thank
days
you.
with your little helmet and everything. Yeah,
How can a helmet look cute?
That's so funny.
she looked cute in the helmet. You know that in the snow
I
outfit.
don't know that.
Little braids.
Yeah, she had the little braids coming out. No,
I didn't do the braids then.
She just said braids. That's I didn't remember this. She's
Did I?
saying that.
Me?
Yeah,
For me.
yeah, for her.
I don't know that
didn't
she
do
knows that you're
braids.
talking
Serena,
about
you
me.
didn't do braids.
No, I didn't. Tallulah did.
Yeah.
Tell her that we're talking about me being cute, not her.
Yeah, about her being cute, not you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with the helmet on. Yeah. Okay.
I'm sure you looked cute too. This is funny that she can't hear me.
I felt so good for a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
No.
You look cute too, Mom.
Honey.
Relegated to the back seat.
Honey, no adult has ever looked good in a ski helmet.
I was going to say,
None.
it's like the most doofusy look.
I still don't wear mine half the time because it's...
Hey, Vinny, get back on track. Get back on
okay,
track.
I'm back on track. All right, so here we go. So, Serena, it's been a long time. Obviously, even though you lied to your daughter and said that you weren't falling for me, obviously you just told me that you were falling for me.
You're kind of a little bit
Yeah. And then...
trying to be cool.
yeah, you're
God,
trying
this
to
is so
play it
cheesy.
off of it. At any rate, It's been way too long, and we should have done this years ago, back when Deb was still alive, and I regret that. She won't be able to know this. But
To know what?
the fact that I'm asking you to marry me tomorrow.
I'm literally crying.
Lula's crying.
Don't. My makeup will run.
Yeah.
Okay, so the fact that is not actually the proposal. Am I right? So
What do you mean? That was the proposal.
No, that's a coward's way. Could you please look me in the eye and hold my hand and ask me?
Okay. You see, folks, this is why it took 17 years. Nothing is ever done easy. All right, here we go. Like you don't know this is coming. We got a license.
Do you know that happened to me once, and I got immediate diarrhea and had to run across the fields to
Are
the
you going to
loo.
get diarrhea? Tallulah, stay on the
Not
line.
my dad. Not my dad.
Not your dad. No, it was before. And by the way, Tallulah, stay on the phone. I might need you for the rest of the podcast in case she runs off to have diarrhea. Serena, will you marry me tomorrow?
Yes.
You guys are crazy.
Tallulah, she's actually crying. Yeah.
I'm crying too. I'm crying in my office.
Yeah, and Tallulah, I'm glad you're coming down. That's very, very
Oh,
special.
that timing worked out well.
You, my little sugar plum fairy.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I was actually calling about dinner reservations. So.
Oh, good. So Tallulah, can you call back in about?
No, I've got an audition in 15 minutes,
Yeah,
and we've
can-
got to set it up, Vinny.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
here's
I'll call it later. Mom, I texted you. Just respond to my text. Congratulations. Can't wait to see you guys.
She says,
tomorrow.
congratulations. Just respond to her text.
Okay, we'll do.
Okay. Love you, Tallulah.
All right,
Love
I love
you.
you guys.
And I'm
Bye.
glad
Bye.
you
Bye.
did.
Bye.
How cool is that she was right there for
I
that?
know. She's like
Yeah.
that, my girl.
Yeah, she knows exactly when to call. So, honey, that's official.
Oh, my God, for reals.
Yeah, we're getting married tomorrow.
You're not pulling my leg.
No, tomorrow at like 2 o'clock.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, why not?
Tomorrow.
So, there you have it.
Wow.
An official proposal. Yeah, I dated a Bond girl. I'm marrying a soap opera star. That's the way it works.
I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or not, honey.
Same woman. Yeah, I don't even have to switch out women. Don't cry.
You look fat when you cry.
Best
The
joke
great
ever.
Ralphie. And it wasn't Ralphie May.
No, it wasn't Ralphie
it was,
May. It was, I think, Babiglia.
Puffy or whatever his name
No,
is.
it wasn't. No,
Fluffy.
no, it wasn't Fluffy. I think it's Babiglia.
I don't know.
I'm one of those. Oh, honey, don't cry. You look fat when you cry. I got to figure out who that comedian is. That was Ralphie May.
May.
Okay, folks, I'm sorry you had to put up with us today. This is a very special day for me. Serena, you're the most wonderful woman in the world.
And you're the most wonderful
And-
man. Should we start singing?
No, whatever we do, we should not sing. We figured out that Portia was the one from,
Correct.
you
Yes, thank you for bailing me out there. Well, not really.
Well, look, that's what we do. We figure out stuff on the fly. So we're going to play a little different music on the way out.
Oh, God, I'm dreading this one. Well, can you play a song I love?
What do you like? Yeah, why not?
Okay. Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass. This Guy's in Love.
Was that Herb Albert?
Yes. And the Tijuana Brass.
Yeah, you don't have to put in Tijuana Brass.
This Guy's in Love.
But you know who wrote that, right?
Burt Bacharach.
Yeah, that was Bacharach. So I'm going to put in Burt Bacharach.
Well, millions of things are going to come up.
No, this will come up. Here it is.
There you go.
You see, all you got to do is know how to put it in. You got to know the shorthands.
Should we dance?
No,
Oh, come on.
absolutely not.
Please.
No, Serena.
Pretty please with a cherry on top.
No, listen, you see, now you're asking for too much.
Give them a finger, they take an arm.
That's right. Oh, there it is. Folks, you know what to do. Rate and review this podcast. Go to Amazon. Before you go to Amazon, go to VinnyTartaries.com. Click through the banner. It puts a little coal on the fire. It gets my train down the track. On behalf of Serena Scott Thomas, who will be my wife by the time this comes out,
Oh my God.
here's Mr. Burt Bacharach. This Guy's in Love, one of her favorite songs.
At you the way I do when you smile, I can tell we know each other very well. How can I show you? I'm glad I got to know you 'cause I've heard some talk.
Yeah, we play with Barry White.
They say you think I'm fine.
Jethro Tull. She doesn't
Yes,
dance.
I'm in
Chris
love.
Stapleton.
And what I do to make you mine? Tell me now. Is it so? Don't let me be the last to know my hand.
Thank you for listening to Fitness Confidential. Get more information at VinnieTortorich.com. Remember to rate and review us on iTunes and follow Vinnie on Instagram and Twitter.